Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Money Frenzy. These days, lots of prominent people like to highlight how early they rise, but is it really something to brag about? Let's find out in this video. Alright, this video is going to be spread into 3 different points, so without any further ado, let's just get straight into it. Number 1, you'll have time to connect with yourself, your purpose, and your high power. Quote, "Every day I feel is a blessing from God, and I consider it a new beginning. Yeah, everything is beautiful." This was a quote from Prince. Most people wake up frantic and busy. They haven't given themselves time to connect with themselves, their higher purpose, and their higher power. Hence, most people are operating at a very low level. If you want to operate at an inspired and powerful level, you need time. First thing in the morning is time to connect with yourself. You need to reconnect with your purpose, and you need to connect with God. I'm terrified for children who encounter parents who haven't done this. How can you possibly help your children live great lives if you yourself are living unconsciously? Waking up early and connecting with yourself, your purpose, and God, or whatever you believe in, allows you to live consciously. You can be proactive, not reactive. You can happen to the world rather than having the world happen to you. You can live with intention and creation rather than consumption. Connecting with your purpose allows you to live forward, toward your goals and dreams. If you're not doing this, then you're unconsciously living today as a repeat of yesterday. This is how most people live. They're living today almost the same as they lived yesterday. They don't have what Peter Diamandis calls a massively transformative purpose, or MTP, which is guiding their lives. When you wake up and get your body moving and connect with your MTP, then you start moving forward. You're living your life in a direction. You have purpose, you have intention. Therefore, you have an identity. Now moving on to number 2. You'll have time for personal development and progress towards goals. Quote, "Life is not easy for any of us, but what of that? We must have perseverance and, above all, confidence in ourselves. We must believe that we are gifted for something, and that this thing, at whatever cost, must be attained." Quoted from Mary Curry. When you wake up at 4 a.m., you give yourself some space to actually improve and make progress as a person. Life for most people is very busy. Most Americans read less than 1 book a year. They're too busy at work and then distracted by the media and the internet. If instead you woke up and started reading books, you could get to the point where you're reading over 20 books a year. Many people read 1 book per week, and others even read 100 books per year. This isn't actually that complicated, but it does transform your life. The more knowledge you have, the better decisions you can make. The more knowledge you have, the more competent and confident you will be. And when you learn how to learn, that's the kicker. Because when you learn how to learn, you can learn anything. This is why reading is such an invaluable skill. Personally, I like waking up and going for a 60-minute walk, listening to audiobooks on 1.5 or 1.75 speed, while brisk walking 3 to 5 miles, and while listening to empowering content. I then begin getting lots of powerful ideas about my future. Of course, before my walk, I do a short meditation, prayer, and journal session to direct my mind. This session takes less than 10 minutes, but it allows me to be intentional. It directs my mind so that while I'm walking, I can receive inspiration and revelation. Get yourself moving, get yourself learning. Also, you may even have some time to work towards your bigger picture goals. If you start waking up at 4 a.m., you'll be able to create intention and connection to your purpose. Do some learning, and then make some progress towards your goals. If you make even small progress towards big goals over time, you'll start to see massive results. Small hinges swing big doors. By small things, great things occur. A little progress daily and over time, and your life will change, as Albert Einstein famously said. Quote, "Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it." And last but not least, number 3, you'll get into a peak state, which will influence everything else you do that day. Quote, "The opposite of the peak experience, sudden depression, fatigue, even the panic fear that swept William James to the edge of insanity, is the outcome of passivity. This can't be overemphasized. Depression or neurosis need not have a positive cause, childhood traumas, etc. It is the natural outcome of negative passivity. The peak experience is the outcome of an intentional attitude. Feedback from my activities depends upon the degree of deliberately calculated purpose I put into them." This was an amazing quote from Colin Wilson. Now guys, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you wake up every day at 4 a.m., get yourself connected, learning, and making progress, you'll start to feel a heightened state of mind, and that is guaranteed. Now guys, this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed and helped you guys. Hit like if it did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you want to, so that you don't miss more videos just like this. With that being said guys, as always, I'll see you in our next video.